everybody, and welcome to another chapter of Muskogee Rougher Football here on TV 15. I'm Bill Huddleston, along with the coach of the Roughers, Josh Blankenship, who has that undeniable look of satisfaction after a victory last Friday night over Edison.
I'm pleased. I'm not satisfied yet. I definitely like some more of those wins.
Let's talk a little bit about everything that went into the preparation. I mean, you had all the distractions of homecoming,
Sure.
but still there was a challenge issued to your football team to continue to focus and realize that last Friday night's ball game was the start of the playoffs.
You know, 2 years ago when that schedule was released, that was honestly one of my concerns would be our goal of getting into the playoffs, our vision of doing that. Would we be distracted by the adversity we were going to probably face with the schedule that we had early on? Really pleased that our guys have stayed focused, and we're probably, I've kind of joked about this with our staff, we're probably the most focused one-win team in the state. The guys just continue to prepare and work hard, and they're on a mission right now. They know their backs are against the wall. This is a playoff mentality. If we win, we advance. If we don't, we're done.
Well, Josh, I mean, I think it bears the fact that the schedule that you play, and a lot of people consider that a murderer's row schedule for the first 5 weeks, prepared you for this second half of the season, and it came evident last Friday night in an impressive performance, offense, defense, and special teams.
It can be that way, and I think it's all about how your kids approach it and then how they respond. Now, we went into every game in that murderer's row expecting to win and preparing to win.
Absolutely.
But it didn't happen. And it would be a shame to give up on the real goal of the season because of that adversity. And so I'm really proud. And a lot of that, I think, is a credit to the seniors that have been in this position before. We were in the same boat last year and missed the opportunity. We beat Edison, but then we went and played Sepulpa and weren't able to get that done. So these seniors have seen that situation play out, and I'm hopeful that they're ready to take it to the next level and do something different.
Well, let's go back and take a look at some of those special moments from last Friday night's ball game. And as we go to the video monitor, we'll see Anthony King. We'll see Anthony King getting to the end zone, gets a nice little bubble route on the edge, gets it into the end zone.
Great blocking all night out on the edge, and Anthony excellent with the ball in his hands. Excellent with the ball in his hands.
Catch there by Bryson Bell. Passing touchdowns, and then some of the big hits of the night. Some of the big hits of the night. Separating the football. Luke separating the football. Luke Leatherman bouncing on top of it.
Ty was our leading tackler. Ty was our leading tackler. Multiple turnovers. Our defense produced for us. An all-around great game.
Set it up for Freeman to take one to the house. A guy that had to set out last week. A couple of plays. The little guy on the field, but perhaps the man with the biggest heart. Perhaps the man with the biggest heart. Tyreek Beasley.
Corey both running the ball really well. That's a credit to that offensive line. That's a credit to that offensive line. It continues to get better week in and week out. And those guys are just able to read the blocks. And Tyreek and Corey both had a great game.
Well, once he got to the outside, he put it in the outside. There was a flag in the preceding play. There was a flag on the preceding play. And then we see Anthony King getting his second touchdown. One of five turnovers. Interception right at the end of the game. Pass interception right at the end of the game by Keyshawn Burns.
That's one of the things we preach and talk about as we preach as a defensive unit, as a stay patient, and when those opportunities come for those turnovers, grasp and grasp did that on Friday night. We did that on Friday night. Started fast, which was huge. We hadn't done that. But for us to come down on opening drive, that really set the tone. That really set the tone offensively all game long.
One of the highlights we didn't get to see was Tavian Davis picking one off, and Davis picking one off for 6 points, and then the onside kick, and then the onside kick, and made the big hit that made the big hit. The guy trying to catch the ball. The guy trying to catch the ball. I think it was a freshman. I think it was a freshman.
Darius Lewis recovered it. I think Keyshawn Burns had part of the big hit there.
Exactly.
Big hit there. Keyshawn also had the interception. He had a big game. Like you said, the special teams really executed well, especially on that onside well, especially on that onside. A lot of bright spots. It was nice for us to put it all together. It was nice for us to put it all together for 4 quarters also. For 4 quarters also. We'd had some great games, some great halves. We had times on the defense. We had times play well for a stretch. Play well for a stretch. With special teams. We had times with special teams. Or offensively finally find it. Offensively finally. So first night we put it all together. First night we put it all together.
Well, you had a chance on Monday. You had a chance on Monday afternoon. Spent about 15 minutes passing out team awards. So many offense, defense, and special team players, coaching awards, and coaching awards goes to Quintas Cherry because he bounced back from a very disappointing game against Sophomore to this week ball game to being the field general.
You know, he played exceptionally well. You know, there were a lot of guys that did. There were a lot of guys that did. Anthony, Jacory Freeman, and a couple of the offensive linemen were some guys that we considered for that offensive award. Ultimately, we came down to the guy that really just managed the guy that really just managed the whole thing without play out of bad situation, which was Quintas.
Even though he may not be the fastest guy out there, the fastest guy out there, number 7 on his chest. Big number 7 on his chest. Ty Beasley defensively, he led the team defensively. He led the team in the defensive side.
I think he had over 20, and you know he's our field general over on that side. As he goes, we go. Obviously, when he was having a big night, the whole defense came with him.
Well, everybody got charged up. Everybody got charged Friday night, but that's Friday night. But that's now in the past. And as coach always remind the players when they know that's this Friday night. That's this Thursday night. Actually, Thursday night, which creates a little bit of a challenge. Josh will talk about that a little bit. Josh will talk about that a little bit later on in our next segment. It'll be time for you to meet this week's champion of the week. This week's champion of the week. We'll do that on TV 50. Here on.
What's it mean to you to be a part of all this?
It's huge. There's no other program like this in the state. Most kids, if they want to be a part of something like this, they're going to pay serious money to get the type of training that we get to do and offer these kids for free.
Most schools charge their kids individually to come, and by our foundation paying for this, it allows these kids to work out and get a great workout, also get a good education, get ACT training, and get lunch. And it's a free program, and I think it's the best program in the state, let alone I don't think there's anyone like it in the nation.
Welcome back here on TV 15, Muskogee Roughers football with the coach, Josh Blankenship, and our champion of the week. Josh, introduce your star that I know you're extremely proud of.
Zane Rasmussen came into this season playing primarily tight end. Also works some defensive end. He's definitely a two-way guy right now. 2 weeks ago, we went to him and asked him if he'd be willing to move in to the interior and play guard for us. And that's not a real fun request to make, and I know it's not a fun request to go from a guy that potentially catching touchdowns to having to go in there and block full time. He didn't even bat an eye. He was willing to do whatever we needed him to do. Went in and has done an exceptional job there. Attitude, effort, always great. But one of the reasons why he's here today is because of what he does off the field. He's in AP classes and honors classes and maintains a great GPA the whole time he's doing it. Plays multiple sports. I believe he wrestles and plays soccer, if I'm not mistaken. And he's a champion in every aspect. Soft-spoken, doesn't talk a whole lot, but just gets it done.
Zane, when Coach called you into the office, did you kind of get a little bit nervous?
Yeah, I was in trouble.
But when he told you what he wanted to do, what went through your mind making that change from tight end, where you block and you're going to be in the passing routes, to knowing you're going to put your hand down, you're going to have to get down and dirty?
Well, I like it. It's fun. I like hitting people in the mouth, but I don't know. I wasn't too happy about it at first. But no, I don't know. It's not that bad.
Now, you're not only playing in the offensive line, but you're seeing some little defensive action now and then. I'm taking from your wrestler's mentality that you kind of enjoyed the defensive side of football, too.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay. Now, wrestling season's coming up a little bit after football and then soccer. I mean, this is kind of a unique combination, football, wrestling, soccer. How do you match all that together?
Well, I played soccer since I was a little kid. I don't really look like a soccer player anymore.
Well, he certainly has built up to doing the job for the Roughers on the gridiron. Now, Coach talked about being in those AP classes. Kind of run through that list of mental challenges that you face in the classroom.
It's hard with sports and everything else. Like last night I was up till 12:30 doing homework.
In what class?
I had chemistry.
Well, let me ask you this. What's your favorite of the honors classes?
Probably chemistry.
Chemistry, because what do you want to do after high school?
I want to be a petroleum engineer.
Petroleum engineer. So obviously we're going to do more than just count numbers.
And we're going to remain friends if he's going to be a petroleum engineer.
Absolutely. We'll want to keep him around here on the alumni roster for a long, long time. Our champion of the week this week is an outstanding young man, Zane Rasmussen, an outstanding football player, but as Coach Blankenship mentioned, even more of a winner off the field with what he does in his classes and in his community. Zane Rasmussen, our guest, will be back to talk about this Thursday night's game against the Sapulpa Chieftains. It's another playoff matchup. We'll talk with Coach Blankenship about that after this time out here on TV 15. Back on TV 15, Josh, I failed to mention that Zane Rasmussen is our champion of the week. Young man's just a sophomore. He's already into Algebra 2, and I can't imagine how high he can go after high school.
He's definitely got all the makings of greatness, and I hope he sticks with it and the work ethic stays where it's at. I mean, he's sophomore taking Algebra 2, means he took his Algebra 1 in 8th grade, Geometry 9th grade, so he's still got his work cut out for him. He's going to get all his math credits his junior and senior year.
Well, one thing about it, too, he's gaining some valuable experience along with several other young players on this football team that now face another playoff contest Thursday night, but this time a little different because you go on the road against Sapulpa.
If it wasn't tough enough to be playing Sapulpa and the team that they are, it's on a short week. And granted, that's fair. They have a short week just like we do. You add in the weather that we had yesterday on Monday, and we practiced through it. We went through the weather, and we had a long practice. The thing I'm concerned about as a coach is, did we prepare better than Sapulpa did on that rainy Monday? What kind of weather did they have? Do they have an indoor facility? Because we need one then.
Yeah.
So, those are the things that you concern yourself with. And I was really pleased with how our guys responded at practice. It was cold and rainy, and we went for 2.5 hours, and they didn't flinch. Sapulpa's a really good team. They've really had some success the past few years and continue to get better and better. They're coming off a tough loss against Bixby last week. Our work's definitely cut out for us. The quarterback's exceptional, really does a good job of buying time, scrambling around. Coach's son, he's a senior. A lot of seniors on this team this year, and they had talent last year, but now they're a year older. And then they got that 6'5" receiver he likes to throw it to. They got a really talented nose guard that's a load to handle. He plays center also. But I think our guys are excited. They really have focused themselves and realized what's at stake, and so we're going to go play this playoff game Thursday at Sapulpa. And the game starts at 7:30 this week. 7:30 instead of the 7 o'clock like it was last week, and will be every remaining home game for the Roughers. Now, you talked about going into the playoff environment, and we've talked about how much the kids have remained focused to their week-to-week, day-to-day responsibilities. But how much of a lift does it give you? Does it give the team coming off the win against Edison? That's hard to measure. I thought it did last year. Maybe that could give us some momentum. I think maybe it gives us a little confidence, but we weren't really lacking in confidence this year. It's there's an understanding of we can beat anybody we want to beat if we'll show up and click in all phases. We finally did that, so I definitely think there's maybe a boost in knowing that we're capable of putting it all together at the same time. But I think they are so focused on what we're asking them to do, which is turn the page and win the next game, that all they're thinking about is beating Sapulpa right now. They're not thinking about how nice it was to finally get a W. And granted, it was nice, but we quit celebrating on Saturday when we started. When we turned off the film and started breaking down Sapulpa.
Certainly, Roughers will know their fortune and their fate another step at a time when they go to Sapulpa on Thursday night. And like Coach B said, it is a 7:30 kickoff. We'll have our radio broadcast on 100.3 FM. That pregame show will start at 7. You can also watch the game online, live stream. That'll be on RougherFootball.com. So hopefully, Coach, we're back here next week talking about another Rougher victory as we continue on the road to the playoffs.
That's right.
You like that?
I love it.
I always like it when we say the Roughers win. For head coach Josh Blankenship, our champ of the week, Zane Rasmussen, I'm Bill Huddleston saying it's always a great day to be a Rougher.